Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino lists every game he's played this month. This month being November of 2020, which surrounded the launch of next-gen consoles PS5 and Xbox Series X, and therefore the release of dozens of new games, certainly more than I had time for. Most of the games I played this month are brand new, but there's also a couple old ones I retreaded or picked up for the first time. Number 1, Astros Playroom. Don't write this free game off. No other PS5 game currently utilizes the DualSense controller's new supremely enhanced functionality like Astros Playroom. And in case you're wondering how much of a difference buzzwords like haptic feedback and adaptive triggers make, is pretty awesome. There is a part where it's raining and your dude pulls out a little umbrella and you can feel every individual raindrop hit it through the vibration of the controller to the point where it feels like your controller is authentically being rained on. There was weight to every drop, and I had the instinctive urge to cover it with something to stop it from getting wet. The entire game is enhanced by the controller feedback. It's a constant presence, whether it's from feeling each footstep on metal surfaces or the wind pushing you around. If you want a sense of what to expect from the immersive new generation of technology, Astros Playroom should be the first thing you play. Number 2, Godfall. Godfall is a self-described looter-slasher from the publishers of Borderlands. It's a little bit Dark Souls, a little bit Destiny, a little bit Diablo, and a little bit carried by multiplayer. Okay, a lot. I wouldn't play this solo, but you can have a fire team of 3 people do the mission-based progression, and that makes it a lot more fun. The loot is kind of annoying with how much crap you get versus how long it takes to discard stuff. Menu action is slow, but when the 3 of you are up against a boss or a horde encounter, the game is at its best, and that best is pretty good. Number 3, Apex Legends. I've mentioned before that I'm not into battle royale shooters, but I have friends who occasionally convince me to play them for like an hour at a time. I'm not familiar with any of the characters or their abilities, so I'll just pick random ones, drop in, find an enemy, shoot them 11,000 times, and watch them still not die. Never gets old. I have more fun in the firing range, doing 1v1s with friendly fire on and demolishing people's self-esteem every time I kill them, despite having 500 less hours in the game than them. I played my fair share of Call of Duties back in the day. I got that natural FPS experience. Apex is probably one of the better FPS BRs out there. Number 4, Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. I think initially a lot of people heard the announcement for this and were like, yeah, okay. But after I played the demo, I found myself getting excited for its impending release. Kingdom Hearts has some of the best music of any franchise, and not only can you play what is by all accounts a solidly fun rhythm game, but you can listen to almost any song you want in the jukebox as background music. Also, there's like a half hour of relevant story content at the end of the campaign mode that foreshadows where we're going next, so either buy it for that or just watch the end scene on YouTube somewhere. I do think you should get this if you like rhythm games though. Number 5, Sackboy A Big Adventure. The Little Big Planet mantra has moved from play, create, share to play, play, and also play. I love myself a good 3D platformer, whether it's Crash 4 or Super Mario Odyssey, and Sackboy is what I would describe as a competent game that is elevated by its style more so than substance. It looks gorgeous, has an incredibly fitting and standout soundtrack, whereas the actual platforming is probably just fine. I've played a couple hours. I can really only play a few levels at a time before I get bored, and they delayed the release of online multiplayer to sometime later this year or early next year. I'd recommend waiting till they cut the price in half. Number 6, Diablo III. Diablo III is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I played hundreds of hours back in the Xbox 360 days, and then a couple hundred more on PS4 when they released the Reaper of Souls version. To this day, it remains super fun with friends, and with Diablo IV announced, though probably not coming out for a long while, reacquainting myself with the structure has been a good-ass time. Number 7, Slasher's Keep. I watched someone play a little of this game on YouTube, and after hearing them rave about it and call it the next big thing in indie games, despite my initial reservations, I decided to buy it and try it for myself. My reservations stand. I don't think it's that fun. A roguelike RPG with combat that reminds me a little of Skyrim, and the dungeon crawling system of The Binding of Isaac seems good on paper, but in practice I am underwhelmed. Some of you might like it though, and it's only like $13 on Steam, so have at it. Number 8, Grand Theft Auto V. I've never played a GTA game before, and I finally bought GTA 5 for $15 on a sale. As someone who mildly enjoyed Saints Row 3 and loves Saints Row 4, I am slowly getting into this game and find it to be something I'll play for a little at a time across a very long period of time. The PS5 upgrade is coming next year, which is free if you already own the game, so that's half why I figured I should snatch it up on PS4 now while it costs almost nothing. Right now, GTA 5 is an investment into my future, because I might not really dive in until the upgrade happens. Number 9, Bugsnax. Surprise, the meme is a solid game and I really like it. I've technically platinumed it twice because my first save file got deleted by a PS5 hardware issue that I think has been fixed since then, but I genuinely had fun the whole time, even replaying it. I just think it's enjoyable to catch bug snacks all day. There's 100 different ones and it's fun to figure out their patterns and how to nab them. I hope there's a sequel. Number 10, Demon Souls. Demon Souls might be the smoothest Souls game I've ever played. It looks amazing, it feels great, and it's a must-buy. I still think PvP is a blight on this world that should be optional without having to go fully offline. I got invaded yesterday while trying unsuccessfully to find a co-op summon sign by a rat bastard who made it his sole mission to repeatedly cast a spell that broke all my equipment, just to be a dick. That's the kind of shit that's making my boss ranking take so long, because that happens and I'm like, well, that's enough Demon Souls for one day, but the game itself is still phenomenal. And that's every game I played this month. Tune in next month for every game I played that month. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.